Let's talk pain myths. There's a lot out there about different things that you need to be doing if you're in pain and for inflammation. One of the biggest things out there is that you must suppress the inflammation. The common thought is, oh, we need to put ice on it. We need to put ice on it. We need to get the inflammation down. We need to take our NSAID, our ibuprofen, or whatever to get inflammation down. And that is a huge myth. That's all suppressing inflammation. When you suppress inflammation, things don't actually heal. That really leads to a chronic injury or improper healing. The first part of that, ice. Okay, look, you should only really be icing something immediately after an injury. So, 30 minutes, an hour. The reason for that is, first off, the research is showing that it reduces blood flow to that area for way longer than the ice is on there, which can lead to poor healing. Really, we're just icing it in the beginning to stop the bleeding underneath the skin. That's what's happening, okay? The blood vessels are either torn or damaged. All kinds of stuff is flowing out into the tissue. We get too much blood and other fluid around a tissue, then it starts compressing the blood even more, therefore restricts it long term. We don't want to do that. We just want to control it so that doesn't happen, and then we want to resume helping the blood flow. We're going to do ice for 30 minutes to an hour afterwards just to control that bleeding and that fluid loss into the tissue. Then we really want to move to heat. Heat is going to bring nutrients and blood flow to the area. We really want that, especially if we're talking about things like ligaments and tendons that do not have good blood flow. The other thing with that is using NSAIDs such as an ibuprofen. These shut down the inflammatory process. We don't want that. The inflammatory process, while it sucks because it hurts, is also what is causing the healing process in that tissue that's damaged. So those things really need to progress. Now, if we're shutting that all down, again, it's not going to heal very well. So what we really want to do is support the healing process and support proper inflammation, not excessive inflammation. Like I said, we're going to do that with the heat. The other two great things to do with that are omega-3s. We want to have that good balance of omega-3s and omega-6s. But when there is an injury, taking omega-3s in a tablet form or a capsule form really boosts that up. And omega-3s support the resolution of inflammation. That's what we want. We want it to go through its process, heal, and be done. The other thing we can do is turmeric. Turmeric also works to not suppress inflammation, but help the resolution of it and control it. So those are two huge things. And we use Oprima from Standard Process. It is a great concentrated fish oil. And then we use turmeric forte, also from Medior, which is Standard Process's herbal line. Another myth is over-the-counter medications are safe for pain. And that's really not true. Tylenol, for example, is the #1 cause of liver failure with over-the-counter medications. People overdose on it all the time. And really it just suppresses pain. And then the other one that most people use, we were just talking about, ibuprofen or Advil. It's not really safe. It can damage your kidneys and it can damage your gut, causing what's SIBO, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. So there's a lot of things to that. They don't come without cost. The last myth is no pain, no gain. It's partially true and partially false. Okay, obviously when you are training, there's going to be discomfort and some pain, especially, you're pushing yourself really hard. And that is normal pain for during the training process or the sport process. The problem is when that pain persists, okay, when it keeps going and it stays around. That's not normal. That's not part of the process. Now you have indication of a tissue injury and you really need to address that. In short, pain while you're training, probably okay, as long as it's not excessive. When it persists for a long period of time, that's a problem. Now, what we do to help with these injuries is we use Ligaplex 2 as a support mechanism on a regular basis. This really helps support the tissues to really absorb those stresses and to heal up after workouts and training. That's great. It's a multivitamin. It has a lot of joint stuff in it that really helps support those things. Now, when we do have a more acute injury, we use Ligaplex 1. That focuses more on joint, tendon, ligament, muscle healing. That's a huge one we use. And alongside of that, we'll even use Gotu-Kola. It's an herbal complex that is shown to support collagen production and repair. Collagen is your ligaments, tendons, bone, all of that type of stuff is all collagen based. So it really can help speed up those injuries. Get out there, work hard, and let's manage our pain, but let's not suppress our pain and support that body's healing.